Where is Uber? Hey y'all, it's your captain for all things creative, and I am coming back at you with the Real Housewives of New York reboot, episode 7 review and awards. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're returning, welcome back. Let's get into this review. So, I'll just give you the very quick rundown before I get into my awards. What happened this episode is that we begin with Jenna having this model search because her eyelashes are being launched, I believe, at Target soon, some big department store. I don't remember which one. And we find out her real name is Judith when she's calming down a kind of nervous model to be. And she tells her that her nickname is Jenna from when her brother was calling her Genitalia, which is hilarious because I'm Caribbean, and in the Caribbean and Guyana, where I'm from, especially, we use nicknames or call names a lot, so much so that there are lots of neighbors and people whose real name I don't even know. It'd be at the funeral that I will find out a name. So it's so funny that, even Sai was finding out that Jenna was a nickname actually of Miss Judith, but she did legally change her name, to Jenna, but it's just like a funny story that, that call name stuck with her from her brother. We also see Uwa sick and struggling with COVID still. So we missed her this episode. Like her presence is very much missed. Next, we see Bryn making sex noises in the gym. And later on, we know she's going to plan a Christmas party. So her party is the big event, of the episode. We also see Erin's husband and Erin debriefing their anniversary party. And Erin's sister already put the battery in her back that the girl was being disrespectful, even though everybody was talking to her, all them long speeches. So really, she disrespected everybody by having such a disorganized, long program of bad speeches. But that's neither here nor there because Erin actually is most upset when her husband tells her about Bryn making jokes about, separating and divorce and going after Abe and Abe's father. Just the fact that she was going after two people tells you that it was a joke. But Erin doesn't see it as a joke, even though her husband is still laughing at Bryn's jokes while telling Erin the story. So she's just getting offended all over again. Next, Jessel and Pavitt have dinner, and she admits how traumatizing her motherhood journey still is. And she also asks Pavitt for the go ahead to have a third child. And the dinner basically ends with them not agreeing about the girl child that Jessel probably is going to force him to deal with anyway. But they agree that she should tell her mother about their IVF journey because they kept it a secret from her and the family. Next, you see Bryn Bentley shopping with her knight in shining armor, as she calls him. It's the ex fiance that she cheated on another ex boyfriend with, which is hilarious because, again, Bryn has a toxic side clearly, but it's very on brand. Like, for some reason, that she's being authentically just a little mess, but she's trying her best because now she's saying she wants to freeze her eggs and get her life together a little bit more. Next, Jessel tells her mom in like a touching one-on-one scene that she did get IVF, and they both cry about the secret being kept, and Jessel kind of explains why. And then, really, the meat of the episode comes when Bryn finally hosts the holiday party, and then Erin confronts Sai and then Bryn about how they behaved at her anniversary party. And both Sai and Bryn tell her that they're not featuring Erin or her feelings about her whack party. And then Erin leaves in a huff and nobody follows after her. So they're through with her shenanigans. And then Erin calls her sister on the phone to roast Bryn some more and get more batteries in her back for more fighting with the girls, probably when she sees them again. Because she wants to collect more apologies, of course. And while Erin's gone, Jenna gives all the remaining girls Christmas bags full of Jenna Lion swag. And then Uba calls because she couldn't come, to the Christmas party. So they put her on FaceTime in front of the food. And really, it ends with Sai complaining about the food the most yet again, right? So let's get into who was the queen of the episode. For me, I gotta give the queen award to Jenna. I loved how she handled that model search. She shows that she is authentically trying to be an ally and trying to be a different kind of boss and CEO because she wants the model to feel heard and represented. And in order to do so, she makes sure that there are people of color, on the selection panel. And that's why she also invites Sai, to help talk to the models. And she says she knows that she's an older white woman, so she wants all the models of all colors and backgrounds to feel seen and know that, she has a team that, considers everybody, and she's modeling the diversity that she wants in her model. So she's so cool. Jenna is just awesome. She's doing all the right things. Obviously, she's not perfect, but she's putting her money where her mouth is in terms of, being a cool girl. She's doing cool things because she's cool. The person who has my heart. Oh, it says it's Uber on here, but it's actually Uber and Jessel. So I gotta correct that. But Uber had my heart because I felt bad for her having COVID, and it's sad that she's sick. But really, Jessel, she also has my heart because her scene with her mother was very touching. I'm glad she told her about doing IVF, and I still don't like how Jessel was talking to her mom, and her mom even admit that she is wild disrespectful to her father. So it's again a pattern of Jessel to kind of not, be as appreciative. But it looks like she's trying to do better because she made it a point to say thank you so much, to Jenna's gifts because I think she learned her lesson from the lingerie. And even in this scene with her mother, you could tell that there's love there, and she wants to, you know, open up to her mom more and be more vulnerable, and it's so so sweet. So it's Uber and Jessel, even though Jessel's picture is not here. That got my heart. The person who's the most naughty this episode, it's got to be Sai. I think she's naughty because I did like how she stood up to Erin. Was unapologetic about going and getting the food at the anniversary party because restaurants close at night. She probably was really running out of time to get food, and you don't want to be that last person ordering food from the restaurant from the workers that want to go home and be scared about them spitting in your food or something. So I get why she left, but what makes her naughty is one, her maligning Jenna's Christmas gift bags. I feel like she was being very cynical and low key showing kind of like her mind and kind of the little bit of greed that's in her because she's saying that Jenna's gifts are probably only for free promotion. And I think if anybody gives you a gift, you should have gratitude, period, right? And not all the gifts had her name or branding on it. I think there was like one bag that said it was a Jenna Line collab. And so she made a big deal about it. She's like, oh, you lied. This is, promoting yourself. But that's what this platform is for. Nobody said anything when Uber had her hot sauce out. And it's like a pattern for all housewives to help each other because honestly, in this industry, women of a certain age, they basically throw them away and discard them. And they treat them like, they're not of value. But housewives kind of turn that around and you have all these women who would be otherwise considered, not successful or not stars anymore, being able to become stars and become center of conversation and revitalize their business or even start new businesses at an older age. And they do it through this platform. Every housewife show that you can think of has housewives shucking their wares, getting out of bad marriages. Like it has been a very empowering platform. And like we said, Uva was checking her hot sauce, even size, talking about her blog. So just the fact that she's trying to get on Jenna for promoting her stuff is hypocritical, and it just shows how cynical that side can be. She got a little negative side. She always complaining, and again in this episode, she also complains about Bryn's food. And I get when she was complaining about the food with Aaron because Aaron really wasn't feeding him much, and there wasn't options. But the fact that she admits that she's a pescatarian means that she's got a restrictive diet. And it's the same for me. Like, I don't eat pork, I don't eat shellfish. I basically eat kosher, so like I'm kind of like a Jew for Jesus in terms of my diet. So if I go to like an Italian restaurant with my friends, I expect that there might not be a lot of options. I expect that, okay, I might just have to eat salad because pork finds its way in a lot of things, whether it's the pepperoni on the pizza, or sometimes people mix the pork with the meatball, so it's not just beef meatball. So I ask, and I don't get mad at people because of my restrictions. So just the fact that she knows she's a pescatarian, and she knows that, again, these girls are filming, maybe they don't want to have no whole lot of food because they're on diets. She got to start eating before she goes to these events, because it's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, like Bush said, can't fool me again. She got to stop expecting these feasts of fish, because people don't eat fish like that in public. Even at work, if people bring their little fish dinner from home, a lot of people get mad about the fish smell in the microwave. So just the fact that she only eats fish, and she's constantly at these events where there's not fish, put two and two together. Side, get some food somewhere else, because it is starting to get annoying. So you're on the naughty list again. I don't fault you for being a pescatarian, but you can't fault others for not having fish all the time. If all the time you go out, there's no fish, you got to do better. And the last but not least award, timeout award, it's got to be Erin. Erin is on timeout because it's sad, but she becoming like the boy who cried wolf, except instead of lying, her problem is playing offended all the time. And now she's offended by everything all the time, to the point that all the girls don't have time for her. Like, even this halfway legit offense of Bryn supposedly flirting with her husband, she done already fought with Sai about leaving early. She done fought with Jenna about leaving the Hampton house. She fought with Bryn already before about the restaurant gate and Cheesegate. It's like they don't care how she's offended anymore, because she's always offended. And I'm tired of it too. That's why nobody followed her. Usually with the housewives, when one housewife leaves in a huff, at least one person follows them, like, are you all right? But the fact that nobody followed her means she complains too much, team too much. I mean, you gotta stop. You gotta change your attitude. And that's why, like they say, pick and choose your battles. Because if you fight about everything, nobody's gonna take you seriously. They're just gonna see you as a cat. You have to be legitimate. You have to pick and choose your battle, because you're not a cat. You don't have 9 lives to die on every hill. You just should fight when it's important, because nobody wants to fight all the time. And so, yeah, she's in timeout with this, because I know she's gonna keep on bringing stuff up. And just like most people, I'm tired of it. So, Erin, please do better. And anybody else, to pick and choose your battles, because it's not worth it. Nobody wants to fight all the time, and you shouldn't either. So, the preview and predictions. Um, I saw the mid-season trailer, and from this preview, it seems that even Uba's gonna get tired of Erin's nonsense. And Uba hasn't even been around for a lot of Erin's shenanigans, because of COVID. She missed the party, she missed these last couple of fights. And even coming back, she's gonna see Erin and apparently, cuss her out, do the whole glasses thing that we saw. So you gotta know that if Uba is upset and Uba's so chill, that Erin is a habitual problem maker. So we're gonna see. I'm not gonna judge it just yet, because maybe, you know, it could be a different way. Sometimes Bravo, you know, kind of fools you with the trailer, but from what I'm seeing, it looked like Erin's gonna get some pushback even more from the ladies for always having a problem. And it seems like Jessel and Erin and Sai are gonna get into it. And obviously Uba and Erin are gonna get into it. And I know from like interviews that who is it? Oh yes, Bryn and Cy fall out, and that was also in the previews too. So that's also gonna be very interesting to see. So looks like things are getting very good. So I hope y'all start watching the show. Also like and subscribe, please. Help with this channel. The lean channel is doing very well. So if you want a longer review, please check me and the team out there. 8:30s on Tuesdays if you want the longer running review. And if you're also interested in anime, I got a lot of anime videos on this site, and I'm gonna put gaming videos too. So this channel is growing, and we want to grow with you. And we want you to remember also that you're the master of your fate and you're the captain of your soul. Have a good day. See you for the next video. Bye.